What's in your fridge? Chef Mark Schneider with the TSTC Culinary Arts Department is helping us decide what to make for dinner tonight. I think this looks like something I would really make. I love this recipe. Chicken, spaghetti, Florentine.
That's correct.
Did I get those mixed up in the wrong order?
No, that's perfect,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we need to do first? I love all the ingredients we got out here today.
Real quick Italian recipe. Again, we're going to use some off-shelf product to make it a little bit more handy for people to do.
Faster.
But it's going to give you, a really great taste. So we want to saute some garlic real quick and just a little olive oil.
Okay, there's the oil.
And all that we're doing here is we want to make sure we release some flavor from the garlic. We don't want to put it in raw. It actually mellows out in flavor once it starts sauteing. And then all we've done is we've gone to the store and we went out and bought just a sun-dried tomato sauce. It's kind of a nice little creamy kind of a jarred sauce. And we just want to marry that into the garlic as well.
But by putting the garlic in your pan first, you're really kind of making it your own.
Yeah, you're adding a little more flavor that you're not going to find in a jar. And as a chef, I might not be using all these jarred products at the restaurant or at the school, but I'm a dad too, and I've got to get dinner on the table. And so we got homework and piano and everything else in between, like everyone else.
And there's never enough time.
But we want to add flavor. So you could add some onions to this, you could add some peppers to this, whatever you want to make your own. Me, I just like the garlic. So we're going to simmer that for 5 minutes. Okay. And then we've got some spaghetti that we've already cooked off. And a lot of times we'll make this dish after we've had like a regular spaghetti dinner because I've got spaghetti left over, and so what can we do with the leftovers? And here we go.
That's a great idea.
So we're going to take our sauce right in. We're going to take these out, and we'll toss this all here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put the sauce in. Okay. And then after that, you can start adding in the olives.
Oh, this is why I'm really excited about this one. I love anything with olives.
And then we're going to add the Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
We're going to add our chicken. And the funny thing is, this is a frozen chicken from the grocery store, and it's actually a fajita chicken. Oh. But it's going to add another dimension of flavor that's going to kind of wow your guests or wow your children. And the last, to make it the Florentine, we're going to add a little bit of spinach.
And this is like a frozen
It's a frozen spinach that we've just kind of microwaved and then drained out. And make sure it's not so wet. We want to kind of drain it out just with some paper towels or a kitchen towel and just squeeze dry it. And we're just going to mix this all up, make sure it's all nice and incorporated well.
Is this one of these secret recipes where you get your kids to eat spinach without them really realizing
it's funny. I was joking with one of my students on the way over to the studio, and they said they call spinach a seasoning. And so their children will ask, what's that green stuff? Oh, it's just a seasoning.
Seasoning. It's a seasoning.
And all we want to do now is take our standard casserole dish. This isn't going to look as pretty because I'd probably want to mix this just a little bit more than it is.
Okay.
We're going to pile it in here.
Well, it still looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, I know. It's a casserole, so it's going to be just fine however it goes in. I always like to use the term, I need to even out the pan and take a little extra bite or two.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to just fit that in. We're going to top that in with some mozzarella cheese right over the top.
Just kind of sprinkle this around.
Yep, exactly
Try and spill as much of it as I can on the stove.
Oh, there we go. We're going to even that out, and then just to cut, if we want to make it fancy, we're going to take just a little bit of sun-dried tomato. We're going to make sure everybody gets a portion, so we'll do 4 right here, and that kind of marks the spot. And there you have it. This goes in the oven, 350 for about 30 minutes until the cheese is nice and bubbly and hot, and you got a great dish.
Quick, that is beautiful. And I'll pull up Magic of Television. Here is our final product, and those tomatoes on top look so nice when you've done that.
It adds a nice little flavor, nice little pop.
We've got this finished recipe online at momseveryday.com.